that question.
The letter cites email traffic between Kate Bedingfield and Eric Schwerwin, who's a longtime Hunter Biden business associate, in which Bedingfield signed off on quotes that should be used to respond to media inquiries about Hunter's involvement in Burisma. How do you respond to criticism that shows there was no wall between then Vice President Biden's work and his family's business dealings?
I understand the question. I appreciate the question. I get the question. I'm just going to let the White House Counsel team answer that question.
House Republicans have just sent a letter to National Archives requesting unredacted records from the office of then Vice President Biden. Does the White House support the transparency on these records?
So look, I'm just going to let, I know the White House, my team at the White House Counsel's office has responded to this. I'm just going to let them deal with that information. I just don't have more to say.
On oil, I know the administration is currently trying to refill the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, but if prices continue to spiral out of control, would you consider tapping it and selling more on the market to lower prices?
So don't want to get too much into hypotheticals or what may or may not happen. Just want to be very careful. Clearly, that's something that the Energy Department focuses on as it relates to that piece of refilling. So just not going to get ahead of what the Energy Department might do. And so I'm just going to leave it there.
The decision to extend their oil production cuts, what's your reaction to that? How does that complicate your effort to lower gas prices?
So look, it doesn't complicate our efforts. We've been very clear. The president has said at the top or the center of his economic policy is lowering costs for Americans, right? And so our focus is going to be about American consumers, how we can continue to do that. If you look at what we've been able to do from last summer to this summer, lowering gas prices by $1.20, that is because of the work that this administration has done. And so we're always going to be focused on what steps we can take to continue to lower prices for Americans.
Nice to see you again. Nice to see you in Jakarta. I'm fine. Thank you. Good.
My colleague asked the China question, but is the president scheduled to meet with Mohammed bin Salman or Erdogan or any of these other leaders that we might be interested in while he's there?
I don't know who I laugh because I don't know who fits on the list of who you might be interested in. It's like there are two categories: the ones you're not interested in and the ones you are interested in.
We're interested in all of them. I'm the State Department, or I'm interested in all of them. However, those two specifically.
All right. We don't have bilaterals scheduled with either of those two leaders at this time. I'm not going to speak to